All right. We hit the ground running. My name's Joe.
My name's Ed.
We're Game Soup, and this is a game called Boneraiser Minions. And we're going to hit play game. Joe's never played the game before. Ed's played it a little bit, and let's see. We've got meta progression. Oh, it's just labeled what it is.
Meta progression.
It's not labeled the toolbox or the garage.
Right.
It's just called meta progression. We've got Grimoire Compendium. Okay, it's probably got demons and creatures in there. Clashful cards. That sounds interesting.
This game actually has a card game mode, which I haven't tried at all.
Okay, we'll have to do that before the end, but I guess Mausoleum Awakening is gonna be game start.
It is. So it's funny they call meta progression, but they call game Mausoleum Awakening.
Yeah, this was confusing. That's why I had to look through the whole menu to figure out how do you start the freaking game. All right, I can play as Deprived Wretch. Okay.
Yeah.
Leech Necromancer or Vampire Soulsucker or Send Demonologist. Is that Demonologist?
Demologist. This game has a really strange
Sorcerer Hollow. I think we got to do the demon one because we're Game Soup,
okay,
right?
Sure,
Demonologist.
Yeah.
All right. Start game, enter architect mode, new game plus.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
just gonna start the game.
Yeah, sure. I can walk you through the basics.
Okay, are those enemies? Those things?
Those are enemies, yeah.
Those are enemies?
All the enemies are outlined in white. You can actually change the outline color, which is nice. You can change it in the options.
Okay.
But you don't do anything in this game.
I don't? Oh,
So
Bone Buster. Okay.
This is how you damage things. You choose which thing to summon. And Bone Bolster means to improve something you already have.
Oh,
and
okay.
Bone Raise is to create a new minion. So it's
Let's
totally up to
Bone
you.
Raise Bellhead.
Yeah.
Bone Raise Skewer. We'll take Bellhead.
Bellhead is like garlic from Vampire
Okay, so these
Survivors.
green guys are my guys, and
Yeah.
the guys with the white outlines are enemies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can press A to, or you can hold A even. You just continuously dash. I think you get some iframes. Your goal is to collect bones, of course.
Okay.
Because it's a game about bones.
Bomber, Bone Buster. Yeah, we already have a bomber apparently, so we'll Bone Raise an Augur.
I gotta say, maybe the worst thing about this game so far is not the gameplay, it is the presentation. There's too many words.
So you have to stand. Oh, that's kind of a neat mechanic.
Yeah.
You have to stand next to the treasure chest to unlock it, so you actually have to stop moving. There's a reason to stop moving.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I hadn't thought of using that design space in a game like this.
And also, have you noticed?
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, all these gravestones, most of them are different and do things because that is part of the architect mode. It's sort of like tower defense. You can choose, they don't directly attack enemies, but you can choose which kinds of things to put on each plot of land.
Okay.
So some of them like restore your health, some of them will slow enemies. There's a bunch of different ones, so there's quite a bit of depth that I was not expecting. I thought this was just going to be a simple Vampire Survivor clone.
My character's got a little aura pulsing around him, or he did have an aura. Was
Right.
that damaging enemies?
That's your Bellhead, which you summoned.
Oh, okay. So that emanates from the player then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that is the only thing that you actually do as far as attacking goes. Everything else is just these guys.
And Boner?
And bone. Yep. This
Okay.
dude, this game is just one big boner joke.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, Bone Bolster. Yeah, I was wondering.
Because remember when we saw the title, what's it called? Bone
Boneraiser
Boneraiser
Minion.
Minions?
Yeah, the title's kind of corny and weird. But okay,
But
so
they run with it.
So it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to tell which ones are the enemies because this would be really confusing if any of the enemies were green.
I know.
Or they. I'm glad that they're all outlined in white, which is the most obvious color. Yeah, they definitely should be. So I think their color choices so far have been quite good.
Yeah. Well, those are the options. You can change the colors of the outlines.
Yeah, well that's even better.
Yeah.
That's even
That is
better
great.
that you can change the colors. But I think white's probably going to be what we want to go with. Unless there's bullets in the game, that's what I would want to be white. But it doesn't seem like there are any bullets, at least so far. But if the things you're supposed to dodge are all white, I guess that's still fine.
You'll see, it's not too bad.
And Boned Giant Mage. Yeah,
so
let's
some of these you like combine two minions to make a new minion.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow, this guy's really chasing me.
Yeah.
That guy's like faster than the player character. Can we get a speed upgrade?
I mean, if you press A, you dash.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's basically your only method of getting away from things.
Oh, yeah, we should have been doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Demonic Possession. Well, we have to try that. We're Game Soup. All right.
And all the descriptions of things are very long-winded, and they need to be a little bit clearer, in my opinion, but
Yeah, I'm
I
not
get
even
that
reading them, actually.
Yeah, like they're super lore-y, and like I like how lore-y they are, they're full of description. But they're hard to understand.
Dashing through enemies hurts them. If one of thy melee minions kills an enemy, then its spirit may transiently accompany thy legion as its spooky ghostly.
Like, take that description, for example.
Yeah.
It's really wordy, but it's also not particularly poetic. So it kind of hits the worst of both of those pros and,
I tend to prefer as few words as possible. I don't really like creative writing.
I mean,
so,
I like it.
and especially if I'm in the middle of an action game like this, I just want to play the game. I didn't sign up to read somebody's creative writing. I signed up to play a video game. So I would rather that I understand. Like you want to. I understand some people do like that, and it adds charm to the game. I'm not trying to shit on it entirely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just speaking for myself. I tend to very rarely do I ever enjoy the clever writing in a game. I just want to play the game.
I almost always look forward to the clever writing in games.
See, so you're the opposite. So
I am, which is why this particular game is kind of irks me a little bit. It could just be an early access. By the way, this game is in early access. I think it's $2 or I think it was $1.70. It was on sale. It's ridiculous. And I've already played it for 3 hours. Pick it up, by the way.
Boneraiser Tangler raises a fresh Tangler creep minion to thy legion. Okay.
It's got enough fresh things going on. It'll keep you busy for at least 2 or 3 hours. It's a blast when you're playing it, and I haven't actually beat this round yet. I don't know how high the clock ticks. I've made it to like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes or something. There's a couple bosses.
Oh, I'm taking damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Pretty unforgiving. Oh, you see that scroll there? You can grab that scroll, and I think you can use...
I missed it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I think I know generally the location it would be based on where I was when you said that.
The other thing you can do is you can cast spells.
Increase sight range of all thy minions. Yeah. All damage is increased by 10%. Spare leg muscles that increases their running speed. Let's get the one that just increases damage. Sure. That's probably gonna be the best one.
Okay.
And none of them is particularly interesting. They're just stat boosts. Raises a fresh voodoo witch to thy undead legion.
And like it's not.
We haven't. Boneraiser.
Look at the writing, like the grammar in particular. It says raises a voodoo witch whom evil spells casts hexes on meanies. All the enemies are called meanies in this game.
Oh, okay.
So it does that thing where it creates a new term for everything.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about that before. Where you want to name things based on the thing that the player is expecting to read, because it just saves time and it's less confusing, and you're going to have less confused players. And your game's just gonna be more accessible if everything's named properly. Like if you're designing a card game or trading card game specifically, and there's a way to draw a card, and instead of saying draw a card, you say add a spell to your spell book. When all you really want them to do is draw a card, just fucking write draw a card.
Yeah.
All right.
This description is pretty straightforward. Upgrades a level 1 Tangler creep minion to level 2, whom graspy roots expand wider to ensnare evermore. I don't know if this is just a translation thing, but they're trying to get like not medieval, but Old English with it. They're using whom and thy and like all those Old English words. And I don't even know if they're being used correctly, but all I know is they're distracting to read. So it's
Explodey pumpkins. Okay, let's try it.
It's like a 1-2 punch, you know?
Is it a usable item? Do I have a usable item here?
Yeah, so these two things in the top left corner are your spells. I think if you hold RB or R trigger, you can cast them. If you just tap it, you cast them weakly, and if you hold it for a second, you do like the powerful version of it.
The triggers, you said?
Yeah, I think just right trigger.
Okay, just right trigger?
Yeah.
All right. Skewer. I have like a sombrero on?
Yeah, you unlocked a new hat. I have not seen that. There's a bunch of hats. There's a Shovel Knight reference hat, because of course there is.
Did I use those items?
No.
I'm pressing all the triggers.
Oh, is it, check the controls. Oh, X. Yeah, X just shows you your status here.
Okay.
Did you try all 4 triggers? I forget which button it is then, but it's very simple.
Status. Spell is B.
Oh, it's B, sorry.
Okay. It's only B though? But it looks like I have 2 spells.
Yeah, so you cast them sequentially if you want to.
Oh, okay.
The spells are nice. There's like a fair amount of diversity in the spells. Some of them will like spawn a treasure chest. Some of them just create minions that attack enemies.
Okay, so that was just the one-time use. So I used it all up.
But you've got a bird. You've got a bird spell. I don't know what it does.
And boned giant borrower.
And everything's kind of a mystery in this game. Like none of the mechanics are really, really straightforward and like laid out clearly.
Yeah.
So I don't really know.
They got these guys. These Link to the Past style night guys with their spinning mace.
They love
spinning morning flails.
Here comes
they call them.
The first boss here.
Oh, that's a boss.
Yeah.
It's hard to pay attention to what my minions are doing.
Yeah, you kind of just ignore them actually.
Yeah, they sort of just fade into the background.
After about this time in the game, it doesn't matter anymore.
I'm gonna open this chest.
Yeah.
Oh, those are herdy bullets there. Oh, Pumpkinhead comics. I should have probably taken something else, but I just recognized it as something that was quite effective before. Oh, I died?
You die almost instantly in this game. You have 110 health, and I've walked into a guy and died within like a tenth of a second.
Oh.
So it gets a little goofy.
All right.
But it's one of those things you can upgrade, you know?
Okay. Top 10 most destructive minions.
Oh, this is actually new.
I only had... I had more than 10 minions? I didn't know.
Apparently. So, okay, this makes more sense now, because when I was playing this a couple days ago, this screen didn't exist.
Okay, so they just ran an update.
It seems like, yeah. It
seems let's hit play again. Let's try it. Let's try again.
Go to Architect mode. You will like this, actually.
Oh, I will.
Just hit A right now because you're on the Inspector mode, and you can see the things that I've already plotted on these plots of land here, and they all have certain effects, and I think you can reclaim them for free, and you can put your own stuff down if you want to.
Treasure chest.
Yeah, just straight up. You just get a treasure chest.
Grave spike traps.
That's kind of like what is that? Oh, orcs must die. Kind of like that.
Oh, okay. So I want to be running enemies over these probably.
If you can, yeah. But there are many other juicy options to choose here, because these generate experience for you just passively. These will fully heal you.
So that's where all those bones were coming from.
Yeah.
Slap pot. A stinky pot of rotten remains that breaks upon thy touch.
Thy touch, because of course thy.
Also increases the limit on raising pot bro minions.
Like it's combining different ways of speaking. It combines Old English, but with thy and whomst, and then it says pot bro, flame bro.
How do I put something here?
Oh, get out of this. This is just the inspector, and then you can just choose whichever one you want to put down.
Ginormous pumpkin. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, so now it's there. What does it do?
I don't know. See what it does.
Do you have to go to inspect mode?
No. Just leave it here. It bumps. Oh, it's okay. Well, it just explodes.
Okay.
When something bumps it, I guess.
That's cool. Does it regrow, or is it just a one-time thing?
Most of the things that I've seen are one-time use.
Okay. Well, let's just leave it there and see what happens. Let's try it out. So yeah, we've got a bunch of things giving us items.
Oh,
giving us experience points here. Well, that one's just pushing them away. One of my minions is just pushing them away.
Actually, I like this game more than I remembered. It was only a couple days ago. There's
giant archer.
It's kind of addicting in the same way that Vampire Survivors is, but I quite like it. Especially for the price point. It is unbeatable. Like I think we're like a renaissance of gaming, where games are so dirt cheap. And they've already been dirt cheap for years, but now people are like, all right.
I think they're too cheap, but
the only way to make here's what I'm going to do to sell my game. I'm going to make it $1.50, and I'm just going to get 1 million people to buy it instead of making it $20 and getting 2,000 people to buy it. I feel like that's the more competitive thing to do right now. Bellow batting.
That's going to have an effect of having having more games rise or less games rise to the top. It's kind of a race to the bottom. They're going to be the best games that are also the cheapest games that are going to sell millions of copies, and then games that cost $20 will sell very little, and games that are cheap and not good will not sell very many.
Which, I mean, when you think about it, I guess it's a perfectly viable strategy because there are more games than ever before. That's the way to do it,
That's how I think that's how most things work. Like most creative endeavors, really, like only the top 10% are generally able to make a living at it, and only the top 1% really get ultra successful and become rich off of it for lack of a better reward. A better description of a reward.
I will say this game was kind of inspiring though, just to see. I mean, it's not super complicated in any particular way. It's fun to play. It's enjoyable. I mean, it's charming. It's only $1.50. I feel like anybody could do this. Almost anybody.
Oh, I cracked that.
Oh yeah, that will disappear. Here. I think enemies get damaged or slowed or something.
Okay, so yeah, this already has a little bit more strategy, or at least different strategy than Vampire Survivors.
Yeah,
there's the things on the field have different effects, so you want to keep in mind what items you have on the field while you're playing, so that you can remember where to bring the enemies. So there's those spike traps. So I should probably be hanging out down there with the spike traps, because that'll be giving me extra DPS.
Oh, I haven't chosen
Unknown Necromancy.
Yeah, grab
All
it.
right, sure.
Bone Meldus. Bone Meldus. Transforms a level 3 minion into a random meld. I don't know what a meld minion is exactly. Most of these things are just figure them out. Figure them out yourself. But, they're big bad boys. Whatever.
Spike. I'm going to spike them. Wow, these guys they're starting to come out pretty fast.
Yeah. It's very different, actually. I mean, it's not even fair to say this is a Vampire Survivors clone, I think. I think it's fair to say it's inspired by the same gameplay. It's like the same genre.
Heavily inspired by.
But it's got enough different stuff.
Oh, yeah. Do you think I can unlock this? Do you
Yeah,
think I can
totally.
unlock this? All right.
Totally.
That's a lot of gems. What do the gems do? Oh, those are meta progression gems, I'm assuming, right?
I mean, yeah. But you also collect... I mean, you're getting gems right now, so I think there's some, like, you know, just default amount you get when you kill an enemy or something.
Yeah.
And then those are just, you know, big prizes.
Ouch. Demon Hole. Hurts enemies that dare physically stray too close to thee. Let's get the question mark one, though. An unknown relic, a magpie monocle.
Removes the darkness veil and adds a chance human meanies may drop a gem. Okay.
On their demise. Oh, we're killing humans?
These are humans.
This isn't what I signed up for, Ed.
We're a Boneraiser. What do you expect? We're not going to be killing other Boneraisers. We're going to be killing humans. Look at these guys.
I guess they are human, aren't they?
These are like Imperial
They
Guards.
have big noses.
Yeah, look at those giant... I mean, you know they're serious when they got noses like that.
Yeah.
Only the biggest noses for
They're
the
like
biggest
the
army.
Romans from Asterix. Service bell. Calls upon wandering merchants whom occasionally appear. Yeah, we'll
There's
do
also
it.
a merchant.
Unrelenting dysentery. All meanies shall erupt in an unending stream of sticky mess. Okay. Let's have that happen.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, there's too many of these guys.
yeah.
Well, there's bees.
There are bees, yeah. There are waves. There are waves of different things. There's like a slime wave.
What's my time right now?
You're up to almost 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. We're constantly interrupted by so many upgrades. There's a lot of upgrades in this. It almost feels like more than Vampire Survivors. And Vampire Survivors is a lot.
Yeah.
It's so much to read. I don't want to read the description of everything because I want to actually play the game more.
That's what's nice about Vampire Survivors. Well, I mean, especially compared to this, is that all the text fits in that tiny little window when you level up. There's not much to think about. There's nothing to like parse.
I feel like there's less upgrades in that too. I think there's more unique upgrades. Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah. See, that's kind of how it goes.
I was gonna try to go down to that pumpkin. I was headed for that pumpkin. That was the thought that crossed my mind. Maybe we can explode that pumpkin and get rid of some of these guys that are on my tail, but just didn't play out there. All right, we're gonna let Ed give it a try here. Ed's gonna do a run, and then we're gonna check out that card game.
Oh yeah. I like that so far in this game we've seen at least 3 different ways to refer to the player character. We've seen thy, thou. Have we seen you?
Probably.
The.
They gotta have slipped up at some point.
I mean, those are all slip-ups.
These were definitely not made by. This is definitely not made by.
Look! I took almost half.
That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, not worth. All right, I'm just gonna start raising guys. I don't really know the best strategy yet.
You're healing slowly, I think. You heal slowly. You're healing.
Yeah, is this the bloodsucker? Or no, this is the demon. Yeah, each class has some sort of special passive. I think the bloodsucker, if you stand still, you start to recover health. It must surely be Meldon time. Morbin jokes time. Yeah.
I've been taking the guard. He's got a big sword here. I'll try to pay attention to the minions and see what they're actually doing here. So it looks like one of them is growing some kind of a damaging plant out of the ground. These little red marks coming out of the ground.
Mm-hmm. That would be which one?
It's doing some AOE.
We got a bomber, an archer, a tangler.
That's got to be it. It looks like little vines coming out of the ground. Yeah.
Seed raised pumpkin bro. Oh, this is neat. This is like an AOE.
Oh, okay.
Collecting bone pickups restores health. More enemies.
No, you don't want that.
We're gonna take.
I would restore thy health.
Yeah. Health is. I mean, if you took a hit and didn't die, that's a great option. It doesn't always happen.
Okay, so we got a little archer. He just seems to just do a straight shot. There was an explosion.
Yeah.
So you've got an exploding guy.
However,
I think it's that guy with the orange head running around there.
If you manage to upgrade I think it's the archer, you can eventually get a sniper who has a gun. It's very powerful.
Oh, a gun.
A gun.
A 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Imagine being a warlock and the first thing you do is take out your gun.
Yeah, you really don't need warlock powers if you have a gun. It's probably why magic technology has not been increasing at the rate that it once was in the world.
No need for it because we have guns.
Right.
Guns solve every problem. They never cause any.
That's what they call him, the problem solver. At least in some rap songs.
Oh, yeah.
In the 90s, at least. They probably don't do that anymore.
Hey, grab him up. No, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. I heard myself in the headphones, and I was like, no, just don't even say it. Yeah. Just don't even.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of being able to hear your own voice as you're recording.
You get that extra warning. Like, are you sure you want to say that?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to put that out there in the world for everyone to hear? Don't kill me. There we go.
So we do have new audio equipment here.
We do.
At GameSoup. So if you guys have any suggestions or any comments about the audio equipment, we've recorded. This is probably the 4th episode maybe that we've recorded with the new audio equipment. No, we've recorded more than that because we did a bunch of those Magic the Gathering AI generated things, but those don't even feel like full episodes because they're a little shorter. We usually keep those shorter. I think that's better though. But if you have any suggestions or ideas,
I'm kind of amazed we are still getting it to work consistently. It took. It was really hard to set up because
it does sound good though.
Yeah,
I've listened back to it on the laptop and on headphones, and it sounds good on both.
Yeah, I've been very satisfied with the sound quality.
Yeah, I think it's better. There was one episode, the Midnight Fight Express episode. I think that
was my fault.
Yeah, I think that the audio on the game was too high, right?
Well, it was only high for the first like 2 minutes when there was a song playing, and after that, because what I always do is I always scrub through videos. I just choose random parts. I also look at the peaks, and I did that for most of the video except for the very beginning where it's the loudest. So I felt silly. No, that's just straight up damage reduction, fire.
But that was a really good episode. And
yeah,
not a lot of you guys watched it, but it's a really cool brawler, and it's called Midnight Fight Express. You can check out our episode on it and decide if you want to pick it up for yourself. But I actually played through the whole game, and I don't do that often anymore. Play through a full release. We're busy working on our own projects and just experiencing all kinds of different games. Just jumping around between games rather than focusing on one. I feel like it's better to learn more about design by jumping around the games and not necessarily finishing everything. It seems to be a better use of time if you're a game designer. Ectoplasm poop.
So it's like a lure. Offer giant minions. Okay, so I do tend to I don't know. It's hard for me to make choices sometimes, and this is one of those games where it's hard to make choices.
Yeah, there's tons of choice. That's why I was just kind of randomly picking, not reading everything.
Yeah,
because we want to see as much of the game as we can. So those red things are coming out of that. There's that red guy in the middle. You got some kind of a mage guy, and he's shooting these red heat seekers that have a really wide arc of heat seeking.
Yeah, he's on our side, I think.
He definitely is. So those red things are fine. Basically, anything that's white is what you want to avoid, that's the correct default, at least. I don't think you would really want to change the color of the outline of the enemies, because if you make it green or red or something, there's a lot of the friendly fire things are going to be those colors. I think you should just leave it white.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's any reason not to. It's nice that the option is there, but I don't think anyone should really be changing it away from white.
Come on. It does get a little tense.
Well, you're almost 4 minutes in. It seems like you're picking better upgrades than me.
I've also done a lot more dashing, that's all.
So these little blue guys, you've got a lot of these little guys with blue faces.
Those are the barrowers, I think.
Yeah, they have little stabbers, as they call them. The daggers, but,
Yeah.
those of us in the know call them stabbers.
Of course. Also, the music is
Bone Bolster. It should just be called Upgrade, I think.
It should be.
Because it's like... And it's after, and it's like the same color as all the other. It's just a word, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking for an upgrade, or maybe it should just have like an arrow next to it to indicate that this is an upgrade of that minion, so that it just reads faster. Because there's so many upgrades in this game, and you want it to be fast-paced. So I think any number of milliseconds that you can save the player from needing to read something, or not even necessarily read the words, but read the images with their eyes.
I mean, just
That's how you read images, with your eyes.
Yeah, there's so much text right now that you're expected to read.
Yeah.
Choose an enscrolled spell. Barrow Bone Bolster. Okay, first you got to parse these two words. You got to understand what they're saying. Then you got to look at the description. Sacrifices a barrow boner to level up a... Okay. There's just so many things, and nothing... It doesn't really flow in the way, that it probably should. And I'm kind of... Ooh. All enemies create gems. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've said this 1,000 times already. I don't need to say it again. But you know what I'm saying. I guess I should say this is probably not a game made by, I assume, by somebody whose first language is English. I don't know that for a fact. It's just kind of the impression that I get. But maybe. Let's try this one.
Well, only something like 33% of the population in the U.S. can read and write at a high school graduate.
Oh yeah. And I didn't mean
level.
I don't mean anything against the developer. They've done a fantastic job. It just, just like the text in the game just needs like a good editing pass.
That's a boss. That's a boss. And you're taking damage.
Yeah,
you're taking damage really fast. I would just run. I would get when he gets near that pumpkin, blow it. Get near the pumpkin, get ready to blow it.
It's all right. I beat this guy many times.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a dodging thing.
Yeah.
This guy wasn't doing that.
He only has one attack. He does that first thing where he shoots in a circle, and then this is the only attack he actually has.
Okay.
He just gets slightly close to you. Yeah, and he's dead. Well, he's almost dead. Oh no, he actually
he's
did
doing
the first
another
attack.
attack.
That's amazing. So if I stand near this purple guy, I get healed.
Oh yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah.
Whoa, don't stand near him now. It's risky.
Paid off though. Drain Boner.
Are you serious? I mean, that's not even innuendo. I mean, that's not even hidden.
Look how
Midas boners.
See, they get pretty. They get pretty. You know what I'm saying? Chest. They get pretty on the nose.
On the nose, on something else.
Hey, where's that chest that I had to cast this. All right.
Oh, I think you just got hit by a bubble. Did it freeze you? You couldn't move for a second?
Oh, no, I was casting a spell.
Oh, you're casting a spell, okay.
That chest was a mimic.
Because these guys are blowing bubbles. Oh, they're supposed to be like bubble guys. I see. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So these yellow bubbles are bad?
Yeah.
You're supposed to dodge them?
I think
they should be white. They should be whiter.
Be.
They should have a lot more. They should just basically be white. I don't think they should be yellow, actually.
Because the boss's projectiles were blue and white. These should not be yellow. You're right.
The white is the giant projectiles that are white in the center. I think those read well enough.
Oh, yeah.
But these bubbles, I don't think they read well enough. I don't think they should have so much yellow. I think they should be maybe like a very light yellow on part of it. Like where the orange is, you could put a very light yellow, and I think the rest should just be white. Like that should just basically be a white sprite. In my opinion, I think it would read better. Because you really want to be able to read what's damaging you, because it feels so bad to die to something you don't even know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
You don't even know what hit you.
And you die so quickly in this game, that does happen sometimes.
Yeah, it's got to read real fast.
Yeah. And then there's these arrows that just start falling, and I think the hitbox is the entire arrow, even though it doesn't make sense in perspective for that to be the case.
No.
But that's how it works. Okay, so this is... Wait, are these different? Oh, okay, so just which one you have to not sacrifice, which one you're upgrading.
So the entire arrow, so if you like dash into the back of that arrow as it's moving, it hurts you?
Oh, let's try it. I mean, that was my understanding of it.
If you like touch the back of the arrow? Oh, it doesn't seem like it.
No, oh my god.
Maybe the hitbox is only on the point, the tip of the arrow then. That's where it should be. I don't think the whole arrow should be damaging the player. It should just be the tip.
I did find that the hitbox for the arrows was pretty big. But maybe that's the case with everything in the game.
They might have smallened it. Shrunk it.
And
That's the correct word.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, in this game it's called smallened.
No. That I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
All right. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Is the game 10 minutes long?
I don't know
Because it feels like it's pretty fucking hardcore at 7 minutes.
It is. This is also with all the enemy upgrades. When you first start the game, you don't have like these waves of slimes, and there's actually a wave of hobbits too that we'll see. Oh. But the only enemy in the game is just like the basic soldier, and then eventually you unlock more enemies. That's one of the meta progression upgrades, is more challenge by more enemies.
Oh.
But you can also turn it off. You don't have to do it like that.
But you probably get a bigger reward, I'm sure, for killing stronger enemies, so you probably want to do it at some point.
And I don't actually know how far this goes. I think it goes beyond 10 minutes, but I'm not exactly how far.
Okay, these slimes. How do you feel about slimes?
You know, this game has everything. It's got slimes.
Bats.
Did it have bats?
Does it have bats? I don't know.
It does have some
birds.
Bats. It's got birds.
It's got mushroom guys. Mushroom guys are fine.
Yeah. All right, let's go with... See, like, how do you make an informed decision about which one of these to take? You can't.
You can't. It's hard to pay attention to what any of them are even doing.
Yeah.
You're just dodging. It's really just kind of a shmup disguised with a bunch of minions.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, this game has very little in common with Vampire Survivors. Like, right now, what's happening on screen, this is not at all like any other game.
I mean, it's kind of like Vampire Survivors, in my opinion.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, the action is complete. Like, the flow is completely different. All I'm doing is running away from things.
Yeah, you're running away from things. You're definitely... Yeah, This
is more about successfully dashing away from things.
Yeah.
While occasionally leveling up and choosing an option.
I think that's like what Vampire Survivors is like, though.
Well,
a lot of it is getting away from things.
I guess. I mean,
sometimes you're more aggressive.
Oh man. I mean,
depending on what weapons you choose.
Oh no!
Keep going. Yeah. Keep going.
And the difference.
You got it, my man. You got this.
To me, is
just keep fucking dashing. You really need to just be dashing and dashing and dashing, like dashing your ass off. Oh, there's the fucking pumpkin. Pumpkin in the bottom left corner, the exploding pumpkin. You probably want to get near that thing pretty soon because it would be really helpful to clear out some of these enemies.
Yeah, it would. Let's try it.
Did it work? Yeah, you set it off. There you go. Look at that.
Okay, now there's goblins.
Yeah, that's okay though. I mean, goblins are pretty weak compared to these knight guys that have been chasing you. They are actually really fucking weak compared to the knight guys that were chasing you. They got big watermelon heads. These goblins.
Look at all this text.
Okay. You guys can read it to yourself.
I'm not going to read it.
No, don't read it.
All of that was, do you want to give me some money?
Yeah, give him some fucking money.
You gain one reroll. That's not useful because I never use them because I don't know if I should be using them because I don't know what anything does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a snake.
It is a snake. Thanks for pointing that one out.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. You're right.
Yeah.
That is a snake.
It looked like a bone dragon, like from Castlevania. Is that what they're trying to do here? But you would think that they would make it a bone dragon as an homage to Castlevania, but it doesn't look that much like a bone dragon. It looks like a living dragon with skin.
Maybe they felt like they couldn't make the homage to Castlevania because that's what Vampire Survivors is. At least, if it were me, I might come to that conclusion. Wouldn't you?
No.
Would you also feel like you could go along and make the homage to Castlevania?
Yeah.
While knowing the fact that your game is based on another game, which is based on Castlevania?
Yeah.
You'd be okay with that. All right, that's fair.
I just love Castlevania.
Oh, who doesn't, man? I got a hankering to play Dawn of Sorrow.
Yeah, we could do that. Should we do that? No, we're not going to do it on the channel. We always we get on these kicks where like we should play it on the channel, but we're not realizing it's going to take 12 hours and it's going to eat up the entire roster of the channel for weeks or months on end.
That's like a month long. Look, that guy's stuck. It's like a month long project, even for a short game.
Last year we did Castlevania Symphony of the Night though. For Halloween.
That was pretty great. That was already a year ago.
So if you guys haven't seen that LP on this channel, it is a great LP.
Get out of here!
That's the last big LP that we've done on the channel. We did a few short ones. We did the Ninja Turtles game, and we did what else did we do? I think we did one or two others in the last year. We did that trivia game.
Like, look at this. Yeah. Oh yeah, we did that. Yeah.
So we've done some stuff. Some LPs here.
Like everything is almost as fast as you. So
yeah.
Like it gets crazy,
but
it doesn't.
This is getting a bit. Yeah, you're done. Oh wow, that was a nice dot. Yeah, because I was thinking we were gonna go right there. If you went right up there, you would have been finished. You quickly thought though to go left.
I didn't think.
Go left if the situation ain't right. It's the only thing I got. If you're asking for advice.
So I'm definitely weaker than I have been in the past. It's not too hard to get to this boss without having any other minions.
Yeah, but okay, we're at 10 minutes, so the game is longer than 10 minutes. Oh, that bomb does grow back. That's nice.
It does, yeah. I didn't know that. This guy's a little bit hard to dodge, actually. I don't know if you get iframes when you're dashing, but I know the strat is to like.
I think you do. I think you get something.
Like he hit me there, and
yeah.
I think you're supposed to go at angles. Like you're supposed to go at like.
There you go. Yep, that was definitely iframes. You got to dodge. I think this is just a dodge boss. Yep. This is a dodge boss. You just got to time it for when he gets close to you, and then you dash. So go. Yeah. Oh, I think you got hit there. Yeah.
Like there's also not enough feedback when you do get hit.
Yeah.
Like it plays that sound. I don't know. I think getting hit in this game feels really bad. Not because you screwed up, but because sometimes you don't know what's happening and you don't really understand why. Maybe that's just me, though. I don't know if that's a fair criticism.
When you get hit, well, yeah, there should be a lot of indication. Like the way that we wanted to do it was in a if we were to make a Vampire Survivors clone type of game, what we would possibly do is we would have the entire screen go gray for a short amount of time, and also maybe half a second to a second, and slow down the action as well.
Yeah.
For that same amount of time, and then fade back into color, so you know you're hit. Like absolutely know you're hit. And that might be overkill, and that might not be what you want here, but or having some kind of a very large effect, like the biggest effect in the game. Some kind of a red, or a bunch of blood, like in Vampire Survivors, just a bunch of blood comes out of the character, which is fairly indicative that you're getting damaged. But
you still do get surprised sometimes in Vampire Survivors that you're being killed. I watched somebody last night play it, and they didn't realize they had died.
Yeah, I honestly don't think there's enough feedback in that.
Yeah,
when you get hit.
And there's even less here, I feel like. Just from like a game feel perspective.
All right, we need to check out this card game.
Let's do it. Why don't you take over on this one?
Okay, sure.
There's also, well, this is, I guess this is like some
there are
sort of
necrotic skirmishes. Everyone knows what that is.
Well, yeah. You know, if you want to know, you're going to have to find out yourself by paying $1.70 or $3 for the game. Where is it? Here we go. Clash.
Here it is.
This is all up to you, man.
I love card games.
I have no idea what's happening here.
Select thy card to display. All right. I said to play on purpose. We have I think we have a 4 of this guy. Okay. Where shall it be deployed? We're just going to throw him down right there and see what happens.
Is it triple triad?
It might be triple triad, yeah. It looks like they have a facing. I mean, it looks like, there's 8 directions, but can attack enemies over a distance.
Interesting.
Okay. And what's this? Oh, projectile. Oh, some of them are projectile. Some of them, I guess, are melee. If it should say, well, I guess if they're not projectile, they should be melee. I feel like it doesn't need to type out the entire text at the bottom every time you highlight something. You know, it's like typing it out here.
Yeah, it should just display it.
It should just display it, I think. In some cases, like if it's dialogue, like a character speaking to you, it kind of makes sense because it sort of mimics the passage of time.
Right.
But this isn't dialogue. This isn't somebody explaining something to you. This is just a tooltip. Yeah. So that should just appear. I'm pretty sure that's 100% right. It should just be a.
You are 100%
it should not,
right.
Yeah, it shouldn't be typing it out.
When's the last time you saw a tooltip that played out like a typewriter? That should never happen. So I guess gold beats. What was it? Gold beats whatever color you were just now, purple, and then I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, now
I'll add a proper tutorial soon.
I bid thee welcome to Clashful Cards. Each player takes it in turn to place a card upon the table. The number on each card represents its power level, whilst the arrows represent the directions you can attack in. When a card is placed, it will attack nearby enemy cards, and if your power level is greater, you convert enemies to your side. A gold arrow doubles attack power. Okay. Alright. So there's something to this. I don't know how much, but there is something to this.
Okay, so this guy's a 6. Mm-hmm. So if we put him here, will we get him on our side? Okay, we got them on our side. Now they're...
you've turned almost the entire board, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Because the gold
flips the full board. Okay, so this guy is weak. So we can just kill him with our 3.
Nice.
So we don't want to attack his 2. So what's on his side? I don't think we want to do anything. I think we just want to drop this here. And then he drops his 2, which does nothing. And thou wins. Thou wins.
All
right, let's try it again now that we know how to play the game a little bit better. All right, so what does he have? We don't even know what he has. We can't tell.
You can't even tell.
Yeah, we can't tell what this...
The numbers are covered up.
What are the numbers? Yeah, we can't tell what the
only see the guy on the bottom.
Yeah. All right.
I honestly don't know why this is in the game.
Yeah, it seems like this could just be an entirely different game. This feels just like a scope creep. Like an extreme scope creep. I don't know if I want to throw my best guy down. All right, let's just throw this weak guy down. Let's see if that's a good strategy. Well, we know he's going to take it. But, oh yeah, here's what we want to do. We want to attack behind with a pretty strong guy here, right? And then we'll take the board. We're going to take the full board here. Oh, it didn't work.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know why this guy didn't... Why did that number 4 not attack the number 3?
I thought that's what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I thought that was what was supposed to happen. Is the yellow the only one that attack? Yeah, what's with the colors though? Did they explain the colors? Oh, a gold arrow doubles its attack power and can cascade attacks. So only the gold arrows cascade the attacks. Right, so that's why the... Oh no, the 4
that should have happened.
Yeah, that should have happened. Yeah, that's right.
And also I don't know why some of them are purple and blue.
Well, the 6... The pink arrow was the one that attacked the 4, so maybe all of the cards in the cascade need to have the gold arrow.
Maybe.
So maybe that was why it did not cascade. But we have a 7 power here with a cascade going on. But if we save that 7 power, we can just use our 6 power. But that will not beat his... Will it beat a 6? Will a 6 beat a 6? Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so a matching number the attacker wins. So now we can play our 7 and just crush them.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not going to cause a cascade. Yeah, the 2's not going to do anything either, though. All right, we'll just drop the 7 here. So it beats them, and it doesn't matter what we do here, really. And we win.
Yay.
Okay, I think I understand how the game works. I mean, it's an extra bonus.
Yeah, it's hard to scoff
It's an
at
extra
that.
game within a game.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really complain about it.
No.
We're not complaining about it.
And the game is basically free anyway.
Yeah, this game has a lot of content for $1.50 or $3 or however much it is.
Mm. Boneraiser, where's the title of this game? They're so worried about everything else. How come there's no title logo on this game? How do I know what it's called?
Yeah, there should be a logo somewhere on this screen. Yeah, you could put it in a corner even. It doesn't necessarily need to be right across the middle. I think it would be cool to have the logo though somewhere on here.
Yeah, I feel like right in front of the moon there would be a great place to put it.
Yeah, that would be fine too. Or yeah, like I said, almost anywhere on here would probably look aesthetic. Probably not in the top right where there's that building there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I would put it on top of that, but just about anywhere else it would still look pretty aesthetic.
So it's Boneraiser Minions, the game with a hilarious title and a lot of text. And I don't know, it differentiates itself enough. I think it's worth it. It's worth $2, $3, whatever it costs. Check it out.
Yeah, it seems fun. It seems like there's a lot to explore from even just trying it out for this last 40 minutes or so.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. And
we like you.